Which presents the NASCAR Busch Series. Getting set to go 200 miles at the North Carolina Speedway in Rockingham on a crisp, cool fall afternoon before a good crowd with the championship hanging in the balance. Just 3 races remain in the season. 43 drivers and teams getting set to go, waiting for these 4 famous words.
Now for the moment we've been waiting for. Please welcome back the Vice President of Sam's Club Operations, Mr. Greg Sprague, as he gives the most famous words in NASCAR Busch Series racing. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Moments away from the start here at Rockingham. We'll take a break, come back with a look at the lineup and the green flag. Stay with us. You're watching NASCAR on TNT. On TNT, live in Rockingham, North Carolina, with the NASCAR Busch Series set to go 200 miles around its very slippery 1-mile oval. Let's have a look at the starting lineup for today's race. The brothers Green on the front row. Jeff and David going to go side by side to the green flag.
I don't know, boy. My brother and I were on the front row. The guy in third place would be leading after the first lap.
Jamie McMurray, last week's winner, with Michael Waltrip in row 2.
All right, let's go back to the 29th position and talk to Elton Sawyer. He has 309 in NASCAR Busch Series starts, his first start of 2002. Elton Sawyer, Benny Parsons, you got me?
Got you, Benny.
Welcome back, buddy. Where you been?
Thanks, Benny. It's good to be back. I'm looking forward to this race. Just been trying to find us a steering wheel and a seat. We got one today.
Well, how long is this for? The rest of the year? Next year? Tell us about it.
Well, we're hoping that it will lead into next year, but the people at Timberwolf and Brew Cove give me a great opportunity for these next 3 races, and we're getting to go out to Phoenix next week and run, and then Homestead, and, we'll see how it goes. We get to go race with my buddy Wally next week.
All right, how's the race car?
The race car is not bad. It's a little tight in happy hour. Terry Shirley, the boys made some adjustments this morning. Hopefully we got it where it'll turn better and not give up that very valuable forward bike that we're going to be looking for 60 or 70 laps into a run.
For a lot of people, the couch is a great place to watch a race, and we appreciate that. But for you, it's not a very good spot, is it?
I didn't like the couch personally. You can ask Wally. He's unfortunately had the experience the same thing. I'm just excited about the opportunity. I'm glad to be in Rockingham, and we've got to give these fans a great race.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
Elton Sawyer, first start of the season, kind of getting a mini audition for next season behind the wheel of one of Clarence Brewer's cars.
Not that it really needs to have an audition. He finished 5th in the points last year. So there's a good driver out there that hopefully he'll wind up with something next year.
Those who failed to qualify. And as they make their parade and pace laps here at the Rock, let's check some final stories on pit road. Matt Yoakum.
Alan, last week, Michael Waltrip had the car, but not the fuel mileage to win at Atlanta. They brought that same race car, which has 2 starts on it this year, 2 second-place finishes here to the Rock. He's never won here. Best finish, 2nd. He starts 4th. 5 of the last 6 winners at Rockingham have started 4th or better. He's hoping to win today. To Snyder.
Dave, or Matt, Tony Raines start number 128 today, looking for career win number 1. He just told me a few moments ago his car's very fast for 20 laps, but it falls off big time. That's a problem here at Rockingham. You need a car that is good on the long runs. Tony does not feel like his car is very good on long runs. They think they do have a shot to finish in the top 10 today. Dave?
Marty, it's been 32 races since Kenny Wallace's last win. It happened right here at Rockingham last year. And with 6 top 5s in 17 starts here, this may be his best shot at a victory yet this season. I talked with Kenny just a couple of minutes ago, and he says even though our car is very different than it was here last year, we definitely have a shot. Alan?
Kenny Wallace all lined up and set to go. From 21st starting spot today here at Rockingham.
Benny, we were talking about tires, which we'll talk about the whole race, but the first 4 or 5 laps is where you can do the most damage to your tires if you don't take care of them.
If you drive it down in that corner really hard and really punish those tires for 4 or 5 laps, they're done. They're just not going to last that 60, 70 laps that you need.
Tires, tires, tires.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about them all day because the rock wears them out fast.
The old cheese grater syndrome. Busch Series auditions mentioned Elton Sawyers, David Green, some guys looking to find work for next season, getting opportunities at the end of this season, and just a couple of races left to try and find a job or a sponsor, as in Tim Sauter's case. And the race for the championship.
Yes, Greg Biffle is command, but 3 races to go, and as we all know in this business of auto racing, you're only as good as your last lap. Anything can happen, and usually does.
The Rockingham racetrack measures 1.017 miles. So to get the 200 laps today, we'll run 197 laps. Pit window, they can run farther than that on fuel, but the drivers will be screaming for tires a lot earlier than that.
Yeah, exactly. Probably 50 laps. Most guys will be saying, give me some tires.
And we're set to go. Pace car heads off. The Green brothers on the front row. Wally said if it was he and his brother, they'd be running third at the end of the first lap.
Or it'd be a wreck.
Let's see.
I think he wanted to get down, but
McMurray had other ideas.
yeah.
Jeff Green leads. McMurray to second. David Green third, being challenged by Michael Waltrip.
I expect everybody to be trying to run down on that low groove for as long as they possibly can before they start working at the racetrack. There'll be a few guys that'll work that high line, but they'll stay down along that white line as long as they can.
Which is usually about 10 laps.
First side by side there was for 5th place with Jack Sprague in the 24, sliding in front of Raines in the 33. Next car in line, Shane Meal in that 47, his second Rockingham start. Young rookie driver trying to move forward.
There's Shane Meal in the 47 car. Tony Raines, 33. So just behind them, the 59 car, Stacy Compton, already moving up the racetrack.
Stacy right there, red, white, and blue car.
That McLaughlin, he's up there a little bit too now. There again, if they start sliding up there, it's not really by choice. They have to go up there because they got to wait till the car stops sliding, then pick up the gas.
Here comes your second place man in the championship, Jason Keller. Hugging that bottom, Hank Parker Jr. to his outside. And Biffle right behind Keller. Frankly, if he stays right there on his bumper all day long, it'll be a good day for Greg Biffle.
Sure will. That car you saw just behind Greg Biffle, I think, was David Ruderman, the 87 car.
Yep, runner-up in NASCAR's All-Pro Series this season.
On board with Ruderman as he watches this battle for the championship going on the racetrack.
He's got a little bit of a push.
Keller?
Yeah.
Going up the hill there?
No,
Or Ruderman?
Ruderman.
Okay. Shane Meal trying to get 6th place away from Tony Raines. Got it. 47 car picking up a couple of spots in the opening laps, Matt.
He sure is, Alan, and his crew chief Jerry Kenneth told Shane Meal, the rookie, remember, those tires have to last you at least 50 laps. Shane said, I know, I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to take it easy.
How hard is it for a young driver whose car feels good underneath him to do that, though, when he gets out there in the race?
I think it's pretty hard, and that's exactly right, Alan. I think the younger guys want to run hard and may do a little bit more damage to their tires, and some of the guys have been around here a lot more.
Stacy Compton, 59, goes by Tony Raines.
Ooh, Tony.
He did not expect that 59 car to be in front of him when he got down in turn 3 and had to take some evasive action to avoid running in the back of 59.
Mike McLaughlin and Joe Gibbs' 18 car goes through also. So Raines struggling early. A couple guys told me, BP down in the Busch Series garage this morning, that 18 car was really good in yesterday's final practice.
He's been good the last 4 or 5 races. The 18 car, the MBNA car with McLaughlin has been good.
Third in Atlanta last week. And in the last 2 races here at Rockingham, finishes in 3rd and 5th.
Down on the bottom. Right now, the guys that run the bottom line are definitely faster. I think Tony Raines' car is handling exactly the way he wants, because he has moved up the racetrack really high.
Well, he can't be handled the way he wants because he's lost about 6 spots.
I can't tell if he's loose getting in and he's driving it up there or if he's just tight.
AC Delco presenting the NASCAR Busch Series Championship standings. Biffle having gotten by Jason Keller on the racetrack, so he's added a little bit to his 119-point advantage. And Biffle working on Ron Hornaday there for 10th place. How about the 60 car, Dave?
Well, you talked about the points in the championship, Alan. Randy Goss, the crew chief, reminded the spotter right before they got started here to let Greg know when cars are working around him that really don't matter in the points. Of course, there's one that only really matters, and that's Jason Keller. But just to be careful, give him plenty of room because they don't need to race everybody hard today.
Stanton Barrett troubles on the backstretch. Hard crash.
And this is the driver of the 60 car next year. Has been hired by Jack Roush to drive, and he's not going to get many laps today at Rockingham because there's a lot of damage to that ride.
Caution's out. Leader Jeff Green bringing him back around. Some of the cars that had gotten lapped moments ago taking advantage to get a lap back. 13 laps in. Caution is out. Stanton Barrett with a crash in the back straightaway. 91 car started back in 28th place. Believe he was running 30th at the time of the spin. And he has got some problems.
They would see all the damage is going to be done from hitting that inside wall. They look like they're just stopped. The camera and the right front is not completely loose from the car.
Hard hit for Stan Barrett, but he has driven the car away. We're under caution early here in Rockingham. NASCAR Winston Cup Racing, starting with Discover Card Countdown to Green. We follow the race for the championship on to Phoenix and Homestead. TNT tomorrow, NBC the next 2 weeks after that.
Tony Stewart, can he get through tomorrow? Gets through the good finish tomorrow, then it's downhill, but still he's got an uphill struggle.
And he starts 24th tomorrow, back in the middle of that traffic.
That makes the uphill struggle a few more degrees uphill.
Good one on Big Play Saturday for you. TBS tonight at 7 Eastern Time. UCLA, Washington, the Bruins and the Huskies. Pac-10 battle. TBS Big Play Saturday on the Superstation tonight.
That's some good games this year.
Check out NASCAR in-car on In Demand. 1-888 Sports In's the number. You get real-time 5 in-car camera looks. Get virtual dashboards, real-time telemetry, all kind of things. If you got digital cable, you can order at 1-888 Sports In. NASCAR in-car on In Demand.
Okay, pace car's off. Comes Jeff Green off turn 4. Everybody stands up to watch the restart.
Green flag, green flag, green flag.
Oh, McMurray didn't get going at all.
No, he did.
He spun those rear tires.
He forgot he had an egg underneath that throttle.
Michael Waltrip to the outside of David Green to take a spot away from him. That'll be 3rd place. Jeff Green leads. Jamie McMurray 2nd. Michael Waltrip 3rd. David Green 4th. Well, check that. Shane Meal just going around the outside of David Green. Big Meal up to 4th. David Green back to 5th. Brian Weber
off the pace on the apron of the racetrack. Looks like he's going towards the garage area.
Looks like he's got some concrete on those Goodyear tires.
That is not good.
Yes, he does.
It's mentioned that Curtis Davis has taken his car behind the wall. He had some smoke showing from it. Larry Gunselman has gone behind the wall also, former Winston West champion. And the Stan Barrett car was driven back to the garage you saw earlier. Casey Mears.
How did he get a lap down?
Lost a lap on pit road. He stopped under that caution at lap 14.
Dave, what happened with Casey?
Well, they were way, way too tight, and so they pitted to put a spring rubber in the left rear and the right rear, and that's when they lost the lap. Marty?
We talked about David Green losing spots after the restart, guys. They tried something at the beginning of the race. They tried starting in first gear. And when David did that, he spun the tires. So on that last restart, they tried second gear restarts. Will be tough for David today because there are more gears for first gear to start on the restarts. But he spun the tires, and you can't afford to lose any rubber here at Rockingham. So you can't do that. So they started second gear on this last restart. That's why he lost so much momentum.
I had that problem with my car. You're right in between gears, and you got to kind of roll a little bit, get some speed when you get that restart so you don't spin the tires. If they bring them down real slow, two cars actually spun the tires, McMurray and David Green on that one.
Mike McLaughlin trying to do away with the lap car. Here's the challenge for second place and a change for the spot. Michael Waltrip.
Challenge didn't last long. Waltrip in the 99 car goes by McMurray, takes it over. Meanwhile, these guys are over a second behind Jeff Green, who's trying to say, see ya.
99 car led over half the race in Atlanta last week. Wound up losing out to McMurray on fuel mileage. A lot of people kidding Michael. Remember, the race last week was 312 miles. The extra 12 miles, a promotional thing for his team sponsor, who was the race sponsor there, Aaron's. No, Mike, if that was a 300-mile race, you might have won. He said, actually, I'd have been a couple laps short on fuel of that.
You know, these guys are going to have trouble today. Off turn 2. Watch Brian Weber as he comes off that corner. And this...
Jeez, he wasn't even close.
I mean, he nailed it. But this has always been the problem because the wall kind of juts out there into the racetrack. And, you know, it's lucky he didn't flip over because I have seen cars do that and roll down the backstretch.
That kind of angle, he needed about another 20 more feet of racetrack, though.
Yeah. See what I'm talking about? This portion of the wall there, it just kind of juts out into the racetrack.
I think if the wall would have been at the grandstands, he still would have hit it the way he was angling at that thing.
You see, it looks like the wall's coming up here, and it should come out this way, but somebody wants some action in turn 2, and they usually get it.
Stacy Compton gave him a little scare there coming up off the corner, too.
Oh, you get a scare there just about every lap. Just about hit that wall every time you come out of there.
Will you show us that on Wally's World tomorrow?
No, I didn't hit the wall. I hit the corner back.
Okay.
Slide up there.
I tell you what, this 47 car, Shane Neal, is doing a terrific job. And, you know, he ran pretty well here in the spring race.
Yes, he did. Had a strong run going. Got involved in a wreck a little past halfway. And right now he's racing Jamie McMurray for third position. Jeff Green is out in front. He's caught some of the tail end of the field cars, beginning to put them a lap down. 27 laps in, you're watching NASCAR on TNT. Lines there about life at Wally's house.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, I know you were. Track Pass with Pit Command, now available on NASCAR.com. Pit Command is real-time race status, in-car audio, highly detailed telemetry from any Winston Cup car of your choosing. You can follow their progress around the track or in the pits, plus there are virtual dashboards. It's Pit Command on NASCAR.com.
Oh, Benny, one lap, Michael's faster, then the next lap he's 2/10 slower than the leader, Jeff Green.
And they're running two distinct grooves as we see Stacy Compton in the 59 trying to go by David Green. And look at this. What happened to the 21 car?
Let's see, 35 laps on tires.
I mean, he was the last time by, he was 3/4 of a second in front. He lost 3/4 of a second that lap.
And he was 2/10 of a second faster than Michael that lap. But this lap, Michael ran him down.
I would guess that Jeff Green had a big slip somewhere along the line.
Well, let's see. High road to low road. These guys are both from Owensboro, Kentucky. Maybe Jeff just wanted to wait for him.
I don't think so. That didn't happen, did it, Matt?
Benny, he did not say one word on the radio. He's been running on the bottom most of the time. That's where he felt like he was the fastest. Now you can see he's gone up and now following the 99, but no word on the radio from Jeff Green.
You can follow in that set of corners. Michael Waltrip riding the rim in Rockingham, chasing down Jeff Green, becoming the second leader of this race. Jeff Green led the first 35 laps. Now it is Mikey out in front. Here comes Biffle.
He's going by David Green, moving to the 7th position. Meanwhile, Jason Keller is back in 10th. Both the championship leaders have made progress forward, but Biffle more than Keller. And we saw when we did the speeds a couple of laps ago that Biffle had the fastest speed.
Talking about tires and how grating this racetrack is on them and what the driver has to do behind the wheel to make a set of tires work for his car an entire run. We spoke earlier in the weekend with Jeff Green about tires at Rockingham.
Well, in the Busch Series, you only get a selective amount of tires per race. So, like the Cup Series, you can put all the tires you want on throughout the day. In a Busch race, you only get 2 to 3 sets on the caution, so you have to put them on at the right time, especially a place like Rockingham, because 10 or 15 laps you're sliding around again, so the tires really fall off a couple seconds from the start to the finish.
So you basically, like I said, you need the car to just be comfortable and slide comfortably, because that's what it's going to do.
And folks ask the question, why does NASCAR limit the number of tires the Busch Series teams can use? Cost savings. Tires are expensive, and when they only allow them to change 3 sets under the caution flag during a 200-lap race, keeps teams from throwing 5 and 6 sets at the car and spending twice the money.
Well, they had a caution flag on, what, lap 20 or so, and we see the 54 car on pit road being held by NASCAR. Kevin Grubb, okay, carry on. What was that all about?
Is over the front line of the pit box.
Oh,
I believe when he came in.
Penalized. But anyway, on that 20-lap caution flag, if they could have used all the tires they wanted, all the cars would have fitted.
Yeah.
And so you'd have 30, 40 cars, put in 4 tires on at $1,500, $1,600 a set. Doesn't take long to figure out that's about $30,000 they saved by limiting the amount of tires.
Check this out. This kid in the 47, Shane Meal. He is charging.
Pretty impressive.
22 years old, son of Steve Meal, the technical director for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated and longtime NASCAR Winston Cup crew chief. Came up through the NASCAR ranks through the Dash Series a year ago. Finished 5th in points there. Moved on to the Busch Series this year, and he's learning.
And here's Greg Biffle trying to get by Sprague. Gets a great run off the corner down on the inside.
Boy, he did get a great run off.
What a run he did get. And the 59 car, Stacy Compton, is in the 5th spot right in front of Biffle. And there's the 27, 3rd place car in 4th.
So good race there for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Michael Waltrip is out in front. 45 laps complete in the Sam's Club 200. You're watching NASCAR on TNT.
Quoting his new book. I may be wrong, but I doubt it. Is the name of the book.
Michael Waltrip.
I was going to say, that sounds like an Alan Bestwick book to me.
There you go. Notice I tried to move on to something else before you could respond.
Not quick enough.
Yeah. Michael Waltrip leads Jeff Green by 0.6 of a second. He's caught the tail end of the field, putting a lot of guys a lap down. Bobby Hamilton Jr. has just been put a lap down. Josh Richardson, Larry Foyd, Kerry Earnhardt, and several others. Stacker 2 race fact. Jeff Green, the only driver to win Rockingham's Fall Busch Series race and the championship in the same season.
So it can be done.
That was a last lap pass for Jeff Green by Jeff Burton to win that race. And if you remember, that was the year he won the Busch Series championship by the largest margin in series history.
Well, he had it won about June, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 616 points. Why don't we take you through the field as Michael Waltrip tows the pack around the rock. How about it, Dave Burns?
Well, there has been some discussion between driver Michael Waltrip and crew chief Bobby Kennedy. The car is just a little bit loose. but it's really, really fast. He last reported loose on lap 43. Matt?
Dave, back on lap 47, Butch Hilton, Jeff Green's said, whatever you're doing, you are killing them again. You're back on whatever line you've got, and he is faster than Michael Waltrip. He reported the car is just loose all the way around. They're talking about what changes to make to the race car on their first stop. Meanwhile, rookie Shane Meal, what a great run he is having. Just a little under 2 seconds back from the leader, Michael Waltrip. They started out with a strategy of just looking for the rubber that the Winston Cup cars laid down. Now it's patience. Just try to ride and learn from Jeff Green. Dave?
Matt, Greg Biffle trying to be patient too, but he has glowing comments for his car. Driving just beautiful, really good, best car I've ever had here. Look for Biffle to hang around till the end of this race and see what he can do. Stacy Compton started 8th. He is running pretty well. Just a little bit tight right now for the 55 car, but a good balanced race car, according to Stacy over the radio. 27 car, Jamie McMurray started 3rd, but he's fallen back just a bit. At the first caution, he radioed about pulling away from the guys behind, and everyone agreed that was great. But then he started to get a little bit tight, dialed a little bit of rear brake in, and has now stabilized. Matt?
Dave, since his win, 16 races have passed. He's only had 3 top 5 finish. Jack Sprague trying to end that streak and get back on some good momentum, running in 7th. Right now, the car is tight in the center. They're all already talking about possibly pulling a spring rubber out of the right rear. Also, some possible damage to the right front fender caved in on the racetrack. Marty?
Matt, David Green started 2nd. He's currently running in the 8th position. Tight end, loose off, needs some more forward bite. You can tell David's experience on the radio. He comes on, makes suggestions. He suggests taking a pound out of both rear tires for some more forward bite. Behind him, chasing him on the racetrack, Mike McLaughlin started 12th today, moved his way up to the 9th position, just a little bit loose when he hits the throttle. He has an outstanding record in this car at this track. Never finished worse than 5th here. Behind him on the track, Hank Parker Jr. A great car, very fast, started 11th, running 10th, but Hank said he sees some smoke inside the car. He thinks it might be electrical, doesn't know where it's coming from, but it is not going away. Dave?
David Ruderman in his 2nd race for Joe Nemechek. Remember, he raced at Memphis and ran very well. He's auditioning for a ride they might be able to put together next year. Not this 87 car, but a 3rd car if they can secure the sponsorship for Ruderman. Matt?
14 straight races. Jason Keller's been riding in the 2nd position in the point standings, trying to make a gain on Greg Biffle. Started today 119 points out. Same race car, same setup he used to win with here in the spring. It's not giving him the same performance today. He's faded back to 12th. The car tight all the way through the corner. Alex.
So the top 2 in the championship standings having different fortunes today. Greg Biffle having moved up from his 16th starting spot to 4th, and Jason Keller started in 13th place, and he only runs 12th right now. Michael Waltrip is the leader here at Rockingham. Waltrip is the leader. NASCAR Busch Series racing from Rockingham, live on TNT. Mikey took the lead from Jeff Green at lap 36, and he has moved out in front by a little over 2 seconds.
And a few laps ago, coming off turn 4, Michael Waltrip starts by Todd Bodine on the outside. That is Todd in the 92. Dives to the left, and he comes back up, and bam, they make contact. Knock the left front fender on Todd's car, and damage to the right rear on Michael's.
Deja vu.
All over again.
Same thing happened at Michigan between these 2 guys.
Except this time it was for the lead back at Michigan. And Michael Waltrip went on to win that race when, after Michael and Todd collided, Todd faded back with damage to his right front fender.
Well, he's got some damage to his left front fender. Probably won't help much today.
Difference is, at that point, he was being lapped.
Yeah, well, still.
Marty?
Early yet.
What about Todd Bodine, Marty?
Well, BT, one thing that may have caused or not help that situation, they're having a radio problem on Todd Bodine's car. It's got an electrical hum in the radio when he talks to the team, and Todd cannot hear his team very well. So maybe a spotter was saying, get out of the way or something, and he couldn't hear it very well. So they've had the radio problem since the race started.
Yeah, but when the car's in front of you, you don't really need a spotter. So, I mean,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know where that's true. When he ran into the nose of the car, you can pretty much rely on your own eyes on that one.
Okay. Jamie McMurray in 27. Fifth place, trying to hold off Stacy Compton in the 59. The 38 there in the picture is Mark Green. And Mark is a lap down in 28th place. Also in on this mix for a spot, Jack Sprague in the 24. He's running in 7th place now. Coming up on 75 laps, might see some pit stops here pretty soon.
Well, it won't be long because all these guys that are streaming for tires would love to have some, but they understand that they've got to make it as far as they can until somebody starts picking. The first guy starts making pit stop, and then everyone's got to go in.
Yeah, monkey see, monkey do. Well, you don't want to be caught out there. You don't want to come in early and, change tires, go a lap down, then the yellow comes out.
Right.
And you want to try to stay out there as long as you can, especially if you're on the lead lap.
But when somebody does start making a pit stop, say the guy that's running fifth, Jamie McMurray, when he stops and makes pit stop, then he's on the racetrack running 2 seconds a lap faster than you are. You have no choice but get in there and get some fresh tires.
Some of the guys who've just been put a lap down by the leader have dumped onto pit road and gotten tires. Bobby Hamilton Jr. was just in. Larry Foyt came in just after he got lapped.
He's gotten all the way up to about 17th or 18th lap right now.
Yeah. He being Michael Waltrip, the leader, yeah. And Compton's still working over McMurray for 5th place. Championship standings, Jason Keller's fallen back to 13th. Greg Biffle's up to 4th. The gap that was 119 to start the day is going the wrong way for Keller. There is Jason. Talked with Jason during our coverage of Winston Cup Happy Hour. He said, I don't wish any bad luck on Greg, but need to make something happen.
And he just lost another spot to Scott Wimmer. The 23 car is just driven by.
But he is sticking with that low line, and that's where he said he wanted to be. Run that low groove.
Oh, at what point do you have to give up on it, though? Start hunting around. I mean, maybe he's been doing that, but,
Yeah, I'm sure he's already tried, and it didn't help anything. So he went back down to the bottom. He needs an adjustment real bad by the looks of it.
Here comes 5th place. 27 McMurray has it. 59 Compton trying to get it away. Lap car is Ashton Lewis, the 46. And now watch this 20. No, that's the 24. I'm sorry. I thought that was Hamilton Jr.
Whoa.
Okay, watch the 24.
Yeah, watch him. He's loose.
Yeah, that tail's a little happy, waving to all the people in the grandstand as he came off turn 2.
Well, I was going to say, if that was Hamilton Jr., who just took on fresh tires, was going to be a great illustration of that difference in speed, because he's going to come flying through this field.
They're starting to come down pit road right now.
Tim Sauter, Scott Riggs, Ron Hornaday. All ducking onto the pit road while Michael Waltrip continues pounding away on this race lead. Jeff Green, 2.5 seconds behind him, 4.5 seconds back to Shane Meal. Now just 17 cars on the lead lap. And Michael Waltrip setting a blistering pace. Look at the gap from him back to Jeff Green. Yeah, this Busch team for Michael Waltrip had struggled for a couple of years, but boy, have they come around this season.
Down in Atlanta, this 99 car, the Aaron's car, was the class of the field. Fuel mileage did not work out properly for Michael. He didn't win the race, but it was the class of the field.
Finished second at Charlotte, won the race at Michigan. Michael says his Busch Series team leader, Bobby Kennedy, and his Winston Cup crew chief, Slugger Labby, are really working well together, and that's made a lot of difference on this Busch team. The Sherrills Ford Posse. Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, a little bit north of Charlotte, where Michael lives, and his team based on his property. And here comes the 25 car. Now, here we go with the tire thing I was talking about.
Bobby Hamilton Jr. has made a pit stop, has changed tires, and now versus the competition, he's a hero. Watch, that's the leader now. This is the leader, Michael Waltrip, that Bobby Hamilton, the 25 car, just drives alongside and drives by.
Well, he's at least a second faster right there on new tires.
But he pitted after the leader had put him 1 lap down, lost 2 laps on his pit stop, so that...
Oh, we got some trouble. Car trying to get on pit road. He does make it. Sorry, guys.
Hermie Sadler.
He decided when he was up against the outside wall.
In 3 and 4.
All right. But he got away with it, and we stay under the green. Mark Green has come to pit road. Johnny Sauter's been in the pits. You heard BP have his heart attack there when, when Hermie Sadler went for it.
We had as our pit window 75 to 85 laps. Next time by, Michael Waltrip will have completed 85 laps. This is a little more than I thought they would run, but see what they're running, Wally? 27 seconds flat.
Yeah, but I think if you're running this good, and Michael obviously is happy with his car, stay out there as long as you can.
Tony Raines just put a lap down by the leader. That's the 16th place car. Disappointing day for Raines, who started in 5th place. There, check that out. Best lap was 147 miles an hour. Last lap, 136. Sprint using every bit of that pavement here in Rockingham, too.
That car looks good.
Jeff Green still hanging in there. Michael getting hung up in some of that traffic has allowed Jeff Green to eat into Michael's lead. You see the 21 car now starting to creep into the frame. And speaking of guys getting lapped and coming on in for fresh tires, Marty.
He talked about the disappointing day for Tony Raines. Started 5th, fell back to 15th. Then, as we just saw, got lapped. The car not very good for Tony. Tied in the middle. They're really struggling with that. Bigger problem, they can't hear Tony on the radio, so they had no idea when he was coming down pit road. They kind of just guessed. They pull a spring motor out of the left rear for Tony Raines. They're talking to him about the radio. They drop the jack, send it back out on the track.
What happened here?
We have had a fire.
Somebody left a little trail of gasoline behind the car when they left their pit box, and it caught on fire. 63? 16, Chad Chapman, okay. Everybody got away okay, and everything's fine. Looked like it was just a little trail.
Just a burnout.
Yeah. Good one. Randy LaJoie coming to pit road. Here comes Jason Keller and Jeff Green. Second place man going to come to pit road at lap 89, right behind the second place man in the championship. It's kind of going to force Michael Waltrip's hand here.
Matt, 21 coming to you.
And Butch Hilton's going to try to fix that very loose race car. In fact, Benny, they were scared the car was going to experience a lot of tight problems today, but it's been the exact opposite. Jeff Green slides to a stop. Now look for the gas man. There he goes. He's going to put a round in the left rear to try to tighten up the race car as they come around to the left side. Jeff Green has been very good here at Rockingham the last 7 races. He's finished second or better 3 times. Service complete.
Good pit stop.
Michael Waltrip stays out another lap while Jeff Green comes back out on those fresh tires. '63 car, Ron Young going to get the black flag, showing some smoke behind the machine. All right, Michael's got to pit this time. He can't give up any more time to Jeff Green on fresh tires now.
Well, he can if he's going to gamble on making it on one stop. Dave, 87 in the pits.
A little bit of inexperience for David Runeman. He slammed on the brakes when he got to his pit stall, just overshot the line. The crew had to push him back in before they serviced the car.
And Runeman rejoins. Here come Jamie McMurray and Stacy Compton to pit road.
Stacy stops first.
Okay, Dave, Jamie McMurray's in.
Remember on lap 72, he radioed in that he was a little bit tight in the center of the corner. They'll try to fix that. Stacy Compton had to slam on the brakes to get around him. Compton's car is a little bit tight as well. McMurray's crew makes a track bar adjustment on the car, fills it full of fuel. They will change all 4 tires. Same thing for Stacy Compton's crew. It'll be a race off of pit road between these two that were battling on the track. McMurray's crew finishes servicing the car, and Stacy Compton now is out as well.
Michael Waltrip, Shane Meal, Greg Biffle have not stopped yet. Scott Wimmer has, though. Marty?
And Alan, he was moving at the end of that run. Started 23rd, made his way up to 8th. Car just with a little bit of push off the corner. They'll make a very slight half-pound air pressure adjustment on Scott Wimmer's car. This is the same car that he won with at Dover a long time on the left front.
You know, I can appreciate what Michael Waltrip, Meal, and Biffle are trying to do. They're trying to make it on one stop. But it is so dangerous on the racetrack right now because they're running average speed around 136, and the competition out there running about 145, running so much faster than they are. Michael might be coming in this time.
Yep, here he comes. All right, race leaders in. This will be after 96 laps. Shane Meal going to follow him in. Greg Biffle's going to stay out and try and lead a lap, collect 5 bonus points toward the championship. Dave, leaders coming to you.
And Michael was still complaining that the car was just a little bit loose, so they may make an air pressure adjustment to the left rear, raise that air pressure, or we'll see if they go to a chassis adjustment in the rear of the car. There the guys go. 7 men off of the wall. Michael waving off the drink. He's okay fluids-wise and himself. They put on the right side tires and make their way around to the left side. Got the fuel in the car. Matt.
Dave, the 47 of Shane Meal already in for service. No adjustments expected for Shane Meal. They feel like now they can go on one more stop. Service finally complete today.
Greg Biffle wanted to stay out and lead a lap. I don't know if he got that accomplished or not. The championship leaders team now goes to work for the car. The car he was very happy with it. No visible adjustments. If anything, they made a slight air pressure adjustment. Left side being worked on now. Right side complete. Crew will finish up and send him back out here. A great car and a decent stop for Biffle.
And he did lead that lap. He got those 5 bonus points.
So, how did Jeff Green and Michael Waltrip shake out when things all come back around? As Biffle rejoins. Looks like Jeff Green is going to be out in front of Michael. We'll check the gap between the two, but it looks to be.
Yeah, I think so, because that was a heck of a pit stop those guys pulled off on that 21 car.
12 seconds, the difference between the two. Now, Michael's got fresher tires than Jeff.
Yeah, a little bit. He'll make up a little bit of that.
But all of it, we'll see.
And now is when you're 12 seconds behind Michael Waltrip, Shane Meal. Now is when you really got to be easy on those tires and not try to make up that 12 seconds in 10 laps, because you'll be using those tires up, just gnawing them up.
Just past halfway in the Sam's Club 200 NASCAR on TNT from Rockingham, North Carolina. Race green except for one caution at lap 14 when Stanton Barrett hit the inside wall on the back straightaway. Michael Waltrip led most of the first half of the race on the exchange of pit stops. Jeff Green pitted at lap 88. Waltrip not till 96. The difference on the fresher tires has allowed Jeff Green to take over the advantage. Only other driver to lead so far today, Greg Biffle, who led for 2 laps by being the last of the leaders to pit. 5 cars out of the race. Dana White, Kevin Grubb, Brian Weber, Stanton Barrett, Larry Gunselman. All done for the day, most due to engine failures or handling ills. And on the lead lap, we've got 11 of the 43 starters. That's it. The long green flag run and the dominant performance by Waltrip and Jeff Green have put a lot of guys behind in the first half of this race. Jeff Green leads. You're watching NASCAR on TNT. For the NASCAR Winter Cup Championship continues tomorrow from Rockingham. Coverage on TNT starting at noon Eastern Time with Discover Card Countdown to Green. Stewart, Mark Martin, Jimmy Johnson, all set to go 400 miles tomorrow, and you'll see it live. There are the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship standings with 3 races to go.
Tony Stewart could do himself proud leaving here with a great finish tomorrow as far as being the champion here in 2002.
At the same time, any one of the top 3 could be leading the championship by the end of the day. Caution for debris. Yes, it is debris. So the caution is out.
See who gets through. Did the leader take it already?
Yep, just did.
Okay.
18, Mike McLaughlin did not get a lap back. He was the closest one to him that was trying.
So only 9 cars on the lead lap.
Wow. Would you pit here?
Oh, yes.
You've only used... You haven't used any sets of tires. You can change 3 under caution, but all you want under green.
Oh, yes, because you're good to go the rest of the way now, because if you don't pit and it stays green the rest of the way, you got to pit again. Yeah. So you got to pit now.
Got to take those tires when you can. And you can right now.
And only 9 cars on the lead lap.
Yep. Jeff Green, Michael Waltrip, Shane Meal, Greg Biffle, Jamie McMurray, Stacy Compton, Jack Sprague, David Green, Randy LaJoy. Only cars on the lead lap.
Well, the leader's on pit road, but we're trying to find the second place car.
He's still way up
pit road right now.
He's up in turn 4. He's coming.
Oh, here he comes. That's how large a lead that Jeff Green had by pitting early.
And how many lap cars he had between himself and Michael Waltrip. So, you think, Matt, that Jeff Green's crew can hold the lead here? They got on pit road about 9 seconds ahead of everybody else.
Well, a great stop last time, 14.27 seconds. Jeff Green said the car was too tight too soon. Remember, it was loose before. So instead of adjusting also with air pressure, they're going to take half a round back out of the round they put in that left rear on their first stop. Service complete, Dave.
Hey, Matt, that lead for Jeff Green was 12 seconds, and Michael Waltrip kept wanting to find out where the leader was. That's how far off he was. Slow on the left rear. Another hard pit stop for these guys. They put another half pound of air pressure in that left rear to tighten up the car.
Whoa, careful.
See, Biffle and Shane Meal both, I think, beat Michael Waltrip off pit road.
But, as expected, Jeff Green clearly out ahead, and he maintains the lead in the Sam's Club 200 at Rockingham, under caution for the second time in the race. Turned loose on the track again.
I can't cheat. Can't get angry and say any bad words. This is tough.
You've got to be kidding me.
Monitoring Greg Biffle's radio, he had a little bit of a testy comment about Wally holding him up.
I guess that's too bad. There's plenty of real estate out here.
I'm pretty impressed. I mean, he is doing an awesome job today. You guys laugh like you don't believe it.
No, it's not that we don't believe it. It's just that he's going to be awful hard to live with.
You guys are rough on a guy.
Next Saturday at Phoenix, you'll see it on NBC. Wally's back behind the wheel of his Pepsi Dodge. And we're back under green here to Rockingham.
And Jeff Green has gotten a great jump on Greg Biffle, currently in the second spot. A couple lap cars between the 18 car of McLaughlin, the 23 of Scott Wimmer.
Yeah, that lap traffic is your friend if you're leading, because if you can get a good start getting in a 1, tap all those guys running side by side for a lap or 2. And that's what Jeff Green did.
And there's Jamie McMurray going by the Shane Meal car, going into the third spot.
Just a lap after he went by Michael Waltrip.
But Michael is down on the bottom taking a look at Shane right now.
And Randy LaJoy, that 7 car, is on the lead lap.
Yeah, started back in 24th place. Randy finished third here back in February, VP, from 16th starting spot. Matter of fact, that third place run is best finish of the season so far. You know, the double file restarts with the lap cars down on the inside when there are so many lap cars like there were in this race. Michael Waltrip was restarting 4th, but in essence he was restarting 8th.
Yeah, like I said, that's the disadvantage of that, especially if you're not the leader, because it takes you a lap or 2 or even sometimes more to get past those cars that are lapped down.
And Shane Meals going.
Week 2 of the full distance here. Make them take it easy. We're low behind that 5 car if you want it nice and easy.
47, Shane Meals radio telling him, now look, we're good to go for the rest of the way, so take it easy, save those tires, have something there at the end.
Hank Parker Jr., 36 car, is not on the lead lap. He is 1 lap down in 14th place, so that's not a race for position there.
But can't everyone go about 85 laps to the rest of the race?
Yeah.
But I guess the only problem is how good will your tires be at the end of 85 laps, and that's what they're talking about. if we're going to run 85, be sure that you have some tires to run on those last 15, 20 laps.
Jeff Green out in front of Greg Biffle by 1 second. 2-lap cars between himself and the runner-up currently. You're watching NASCAR on TNT. NASCAR on TNT is in Rockingham, North Carolina. The NASCAR Busch Series running 200 miles here today. 71 laps to go, and Jeff Green is out in front. One of only 3 drivers who paced a relatively clean race. Check our Napa field summary. Jeff Green has led 65 laps today. Michael Waltrip 60, and Greg Biffle 2. Only caution flags, lap 14 when Stanton Barrett hit the wall on the backstretch inside, and at lap 111 for debris in turn number 2. Out of the race, Dana White, Kevin Grubb, Brian Weber, Stanton Barrett, and Larry Gunselman. There's your Napa field summary. Just 9 cars on the lead lap at this point. A long green flag run, and the then leader Michael Waltrip really put a lot of guys behind.
Yeah, one of those guys that isn't on the lead lap is Jason Keller.
Yep.
Second in points, and, you know, has a great record at this racetrack.
Won here in February, but on a day when he really needed to make a move on Greg Biffle, he's a lap down in 12th place, and Biffle is running second.
And Jeff Green, the 21 car, stopped a little bit earlier than Michael Waltrip and Greg Biffle. I just wondered, I'm pretty sure he can run 85 laps on a tank of fuel. I'm assuming he stopped because of tires. We'll have to check that out and see.
Well, he stopped at lap 88, BP. So,
okay, so he can make the rest of those no problem. All right.
So he's good to go there.
Matt, they're good to go, right?
Benny, they are good to go, but if they do get a caution, they're going to pit for tires. But right now, the 21 car is smooth sailing. Now, remember, on the last run, it was too tight too soon. That's why he lost so much track position. Now let's see if that wedge adjustment helps.
Yeah, it looks like it helped according to the times because he's running pretty quick.
Wally, take a look at the top of the leaderboard. Winston Cup driver Jeff Green running first. Greg Biffle, Busch Series champion, but also running tomorrow's Winston Cup race. Second, Jamie McMurray, now Winston Cup driver third. Michael Waltrip, Winston Cup driver fourth. These guys had Winston Cup final practice this morning. The Busch Series regulars did not. Is it right that these guys got an opportunity to test out track conditions and make adjustments to their Busch Series cars when not everybody had that same opportunity this morning?
I don't. My opinion is that I don't think they should have that opportunity to do that. If they're going to be on the track the morning of a Busch race, then their Busch car should be through inspection before that practice is over for Winston Cup. So they can't do that. What do you think?
Make final adjustments.
Right.
Oh, I agree with that. Yes.
I say make it happen through there before they even go on the track.
That would be fun too. As long as they can't get out of their Winston Cup car after that morning practice on Saturday and go tell their Busch team this is what we need to do the car, because obviously that's an advantage. That's a regular Busch drivers, so the guys not running the Cup cars don't have that advantage.
All right,
what do you think, Matt?
Well, Wally, I'll tell you what, an interesting conversation this morning before Winston Cup practice. I saw Butch Hilton. I said, how's your car? He says, we're going to wait and see how Jeff's car is in the first practice session. He says, I'm not really quite sure on pins and needles. I saw him after that first practice session. He says, we are going to be right.
Okay, so, I mean, and that's, you know, obviously they're going to take advantage of that. I mean, I would if I had that opportunity, but I don't think it's fair to the other guys. And by the way, I guess Greg Biffle is very happy with you, Alan, since you've already crowned him the Busch champion.
What did I say, champion?
Yeah.
So,
he's leading.
Okay. I didn't mean to. No, Jason Keller will be the one that's unhappy with me.
I caught it.
Yes. No, you didn't either. Somebody in the truck told you because you wouldn't catch on.
Okay, that's true. But I got to say it anyway.
62 laps to go here at Rockingham. Michael Waltrip trying to get through the traffic, chase down championship leader Greg Biffle.
There you go.
To get that in on me, so. And again, that had to be something somebody else fed you from the truck.
Yeah, Benny told me that.
Yeah, right.
Jeff Green is the leader by a whopping 3 seconds on Greg Biffle. Michael Waltrip is taken third from Jamie McMurray, but he's 6.5 seconds behind the leader. McMurray fourth, David Green fifth, followed by Randy LaJoie, Stacy Compton, Shane Meal, and Jack Sprague, the only cars on the lead lap. Going to be a good day for Greg Biffle. championship leader. Lead was 119 starting the day.
It's more than that right now. With our storylines, tires. I think we showed you that the speeds will drop easily more than 10 miles per hour after 75 laps.
Some of the guys auditioning for jobs for next season, where they're running today. Jobs and sponsors. Tim Sauter's team needs a sponsor. David Green, Elton Sawyer hoping to stay with these teams they're with today and hook on for 2003. And the championship, Biff will run second. Jason Keller is 12th. Not the way he wanted to see things. The man who won here back in February just not having a good day. He's trying to take 11th spot from Mike McLaughlin in the 18 car. This is a race for position.
And it would be 4 points closer to Biffle if he can get by.
Again, he's staying on the bottom.
Or not able to get it done. Jason Keller with 4 victories so far this season, but also 5 races that he's failed to finish that have hurt his bid for the NASCAR Busch Series title in 2002.
Got a good run on him there.
Mike does not want to give that spot up. It looks like he's going to have to, though.
Short way, round 1.
Okay, boys. Jeff Green, I'm sure they're telling me by now because I've been watching. This fellow, Michael Waltrip, is catching him. Getting closer and closer. It's now less than 5.5 seconds behind. Oh, this didn't help him any by running across that slower car of Mike Harmon.
Yeah, I want to go back to the first set of pit stops that happened under the green flag. Jeff Green stopped at lap 88. Michael Waltrip didn't stop till 8 laps later. That's a lot of time to give up on new tires, Dave. What's the pit crew thinking in hindsight?
Well, I ran down there to check that out with Bobby Kennedy, Alan, and he told me that they were trying to make it halfway on fuel, and they were headed that direction, of course, and then the caution came out, but that's why they stayed out. The other problem they had, actually the caution didn't come out, it stayed green for a while. The other problem they had was it was a slow pit stop, over 19 seconds, and so that was the trouble in addition that put Michael Waltrip further behind.
And we saw Michael run across that slow car a moment ago. Mike Harmon cost him 3/4 of a second on the leader, Jeff Green. So if he could just catch a traffic right, get by it, he might have a chance catching it.
Only 2 cautions today. Could be a record pace if we don't see the yellow from here to the finish. Greg Biffle running second, having a good day in the championship. Jeff Green is the race leader. 46 laps to go here in Rockingham, North Carolina.
And the leader, Jeff Green, is some pretty heavy traffic. Look at all these cars in front of him. The 3 wide in front, so what lane does he take?
The open one.
Open one, okay. Matt, take us to the field. Tell us what's going on down there.
Well, Benny, right now the most important person with his 21 team besides Jeff Green behind the wheel is spotter Bob Jeffrey. He is trying to help navigate Jeff through all this lap traffic, telling him go low, go high. Butch Hilton's calling out the lap times. He's just trying to work his way through the maze, Dave.
Well, Greg Biffle was so happy with his car earlier, but not since the last pit stop. He said it's been a little bit tight. He doesn't have as good a grip on the right front tire. It's just not the car it was. But remember, it was a great car, so it's only a little bit off of where it was before. The 99 of Michael Waltrip, all quiet since his last stop. Really hasn't said anything on the radio. He's just been making up the time that they lost in the pits. The car is really, really quick right now. 27 car of Jamie McMurray. His car's a lot better, but still just a little bit tight on that last stop. So they made a track bar adjustment and an air pressure adjustment, and they also talked on the radio agreeing that Jamie was faster on the bottom part of the racetrack, not the high line. Marty?
David Green radioed in a while ago and said the car feels worse to him. A little bit tight, but the lap times look pretty good for David Green. He's hanging in there in the 5th position. The car's been not too bad. If they can get a caution, they would like to make an air pressure adjustment to loosen him up, Dave.
It's been a great day for Stacy Compton. I checked with his crew chief, Steve Plattenberger, asked him if they'd made any changes on it. He said, no way. We changed 4 tires, didn't change a thing, and Stacy can run the high line to save his tires, but he's also very good on the bottom to pass cars. For Randy LaJoie, well, he started 24th. He has raced his way to the front. 2 4-tire stops. The first one, they adjusted and added some grip. The second one, he was just a tick tight, made an air pressure adjustment, and have improved that car. Matt?
Dave, rookie Shane Meals started the day 7th on the grid, currently running in the 8th position. His crew chief, Jerry Kinnan, told him, okay, it's time to go back up to the high side. You ran faster up there earlier in the day. Then 5 6 laps ago, Shane came back on the radio and said the car has become really, really tight. Meanwhile, Jack Sprague on his last pit stop entered pit road at 6th, came out 9th, a 22-second pit stop. The reason for it so long, they repaired some body damage to the right rear fender. Also, they pulled out a full spring rubber. He said the car was junk earlier, but Dennis Connor's crew chief just told him, the last 3 laps, whatever you did, do it again. Your lap time's picked up, Marty.
Matt, the first car 1 lap down to Scott Wimmer, and he's got a fast race car. Had he not been caught on pit road and been put a lap down, they would be in much better shape. They pitted a little bit later than everybody else and got the lap down, but they've got a fast race car. Problem is they're a lap down. Matt?
Marty, after his last pit stop, Jason Keller, second in points, has not said a word on the radio up until 2 laps ago. He finally spoke. He said, I have a terrible vibration. They're talking about coming down the pit road now. This could really be a major blow to a day when he knew he needed to capitalize and gain some big points on Greg Biffle. They were calling him to pit road. Bad vibration on the 57.
Oh, hurry, Matt, hurry, get down and cover that stop.
Matt running down the pit lane.
It wasn't hard to tell, huh? That's what we like about him. He hustles to get the stories for you.
And here's Jason Keller, very, very slow off turn 4. He's coming on the pit road to check out this vibration.
Unbelievable. 30 laps from the finish, 3 races from season's end, and a major blow to any hopes he had of the championship.
Matt, did you beat him to the pit, Matt?
And Wally, I beat him with much time to spare.
Right. And so you'll have enough breath left to give us a report here.
And Keller finally comes to a stop. They're going to change all 4 tires to try to narrow down the vibration. But as you mentioned earlier, this is going to be a major blow. The guy who won here in the spring brought back the same race car, had pretty much the same setup, hoping to gain big. He knew he'd won here before. Greg Biffle had never won here at the Rock. All lugs are on. But you can see by the look on Steve Addington's face, they knew they needed to come out of here with some big gains. They're not going to get it today.
My guess is loose lug nuts. Check that out, will you, Matty boy?
Remember, that's the 88 Winston Cup pit crew that's been servicing that car, so we'll see. So Keller rejoins, and Biffle's lead will just about double on the day if they finish as they run right now.
Well, Biffle might be about to lose 5 of those points that advantage he has, because that's the 99 car, Michael Waltrip, in 3rd spot. If you look in front of him, you're going to see, well, in just a second. Yep, we just went on screen. Greg Biffle. I thought he was right behind him just a moment ago, but I see what happened.
Whoa!
A little contact there between Michael and Josh Richardson.
I would put that under a lot of contact.
Oh, well, that's probably true.
And did he wrinkle that right front fender in enough? Doesn't look like he hit the fender that hard. Looked like he caught him pretty flush on the wheel there, huh?
Yeah. Yes, that was lucky.
So Mikey tried to chase down Greg Biffle for second, but they're not making any time on leader Jeff Green. Green out in front here at Rockingham, looking for his 3rd win of the NASCAR Busch Series season, and there are now just 25 laps to go. Rockingham with 22 laps to go. Curtis Davis, who had spent 140 laps behind the wall after some early problems, bounced off the wall in turn 4 in that 0 car, and so the yellow flag is out.
All right, I'm coming for tires.
Oh, yeah.
Now I could race the last part of the race and not have to worry about
me
taking
too.
care of my tires.
Oh, me too. I'm coming in for tires.
Critical pit stops here. Can Biffle or Michael Waltrip's team get him out ahead of Jeff Green? Gain that valuable track position for the short sprint to the finish. 9, maybe 10 cars on the lead lap. They're checking the photo finish camera to see whether or not Scott Wimmer got back on the lead lap at the caution.
All right, here we go. Down to the pit stop. Marty.
David Green comes in 5th, slides to a stop. This is redemption for the team. The last stop, 19.9. 4 tires, 1 can, no adjustments. Dave?
The 60 car of Greg Biffle, he wants air pressure adjustments in 3 of his 4 tires. They will change all 4. 1 can of gas only. He said, this is what I call a championship team. Last time, this is another good stop. Matt.
Jason Fulmer and Cliff Pittman already finished work. On the left side, 4 fresh tires for Jeff Green, no adjustment.
Well, looks like they came out just the way they went in.
Yeah, that 2 car, Johnny Sauter, is not on the lead lap. He was pitting early, so discount that when you saw the cars coming off the pit road. Jeff Green's team holds serve. 21 laps to go in Rockingham. The final dash to the finish when we come back on TNT. A late caution. Everybody pits, fresh tires, and we're getting set for a wild sprint to the checker.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. I mean, this is fun for the drivers because they just can go run hard now and not have to worry about it.
Well, I don't know about that. Greg Biffle has to worry just a little bit because he has, as we've established, increased his lead on Jason Keller for the championship.
You are about to see Scott Wimmer stop at the start-finish line if he gets the message from his team. Remember I said they were checking the camera to see if he got the lap back from Jeff Green?
And he didn't?
No. And went through, made his pit stop with the leaders and all that. So now he's going to sit there and wait till the field comes back around, and he will restart the first car 1 lap down. Michael Waltrip's team running 3rd, Dave.
And his crew chief, Bobby Kennedy, is down here directing a lot of traffic still. You guys still have a chance to win this thing. Can Michael come from 3rd and do it?
It's going to be tough. You know, it takes us a little bit going on new tires, and us and the 21 are pretty equal. So, you know, we're going to have a lap car getting his way or something for us to get him, I believe. But we're a little bit better than the 60. But, you know, come down to the shootout at the end, you never know what's going to happen.
All right, and an obvious move they made. They went up on air pressures all around in the 99 because there's no time to wait for them, Matt.
Dave, Butch Hilton's car with Jeff Green behind the wheel. Your lead's gone, 4 fresh tires. Can your man hold them off?
I'm sure he'll try all he can. The Rockwell Automation Chevrolet has been pretty good on new tires, and I think that last adjustment we made the stop before helped it on the long run. So I hope we can hang on here. We sure would like to win this race.
Alan, you know, Bobby Kennedy, Michael Waltrip's crew chief, said maybe a lap car is going to get in his way. When Scott Wimmer resumes, he should be to the inside of that 21 car.
Well, I don't know. He's now coming around to the back of the field like he's going to be at the back.
Okay, yeah, he's going to go to the
LaJoy would be the car beside off. But you know, the 23 car, I think, would cut the 21 a break because when I walked through the garage here this morning, Butch Hilton, the crew chief for 21, we just talked to, he was down on 23 car helping Booty Barker set the toe pattern on the 23 car. They were both working on the 23, and I said, Butch, what are you doing here? Helping out my buddy.
All right, going to be a 16-lap sprint to the finish. Jeff Green.
Like Butch said, I think they made the right adjustments on that 21 car. Jeff's car is real fast on the get-go. 18 laps ago, 17 laps ago.
16 here when they take the green.
The question is Biffle. Is Biffle going to go for it, or be careful?
And how quickly can they clear the lap cars? Ron Hornaday, Jack Sprague to the inside of 2nd and 3rd place, Greg Biffle and Michael Waltrip.
This is playing right into Jeff Green's hand right there. That's what he looked up in the mirror right now and went, yes.
That was big when Biffle got caught behind Hornaday. It's going to catch him, cost him 2nd spot. It's going to cost him 3rd spot.
Michael Waltrip, Jamie McMurray by Greg Biffle. 15 laps to go. Does Waltrip have enough time? Better get going.
Michael's got to worry about the 27 car in the mirror right now.
Jeff Green got a full 1-second gap on Michael Waltrip just in them messing around in that traffic. He's not even in the picture, the leader.
See, the 23 car of Lynn handed me a note. The 23 car had to go to the end of the longest line for pitting too soon. He pitted on with the leaders, and that was against the rules and regulations.
Which is a call I'm not so sure I agree with, because they were checking to see whether he got back on the lead lap. Caution's out. The green turn 3. 49 car bounced off the wall.
Fast up, there's metal somewhere.
And I'll bet this restart comes inside of 10 laps to go, and that means there'll be no lap cars to the inside.
Yeah, Jeff Green won't have that advantage now of using lap traffic to get that gap.
Maybe some of the lead lap cars will pit. We'll see. We'll take a break and come back for the finish at Rockingham in just a minute. Under caution. 49 car of Joe Buford had problems off turn number 2. Watch top of the screen.
Oh, heavy contact with that wall. Folks, got to remember the wall juts out into the racetrack.
And you saw there was a chunk of metal that went behind the car. It was laying on the bottom of turn 2, or the exit of turn 2.
Now, they're going to get the green with 10 to go, but they got 1 to go with 11, so...
Double file restart.
Double file restart. Oh, man, a huge advantage to Jeff Green, especially if he can get down to turn 1 before Kenny Wallace. Yes, he is.
Can Michael clear the traffic?
Well, it's a better restart for Michael that time, certainly, than it was the last time.
I think Kenny cutting the break there.
Yeah.
All right, 9 to go, and they come back. Can Michael do anything with Jeff Green? Longtime friends, both grew up in Owensboro, Kentucky. In fact, at one point, Jeff Green worked for Michael Waltrip Racing while he was trying to establish his career.
As a matter of fact, Michael Waltrip gave him his first break, his first ride in the NASCAR Busch Series cars at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Finished 4th that day. They brought to the car there on a flat trailer behind the pickup.
And Jeff Green is thinking of none of that.
Exactly.
No paybacks here.
Yeah.
No.
Waltrip creeping closer in to Jeff Green's bumper.
Uh-oh.
Trouble. Turn 2. Hermie Sadler in the 43. Kerry Earnhardt in the 12. Coming to 7 laps to go.
In the middle of the groove, turn 2. Car in the middle of the groove, turn 2. Stay high. Stay high. Look for debris.
I think we'll see a red.
Yeah, I think so. See Hermie Sadler there, taking off the safety apparatus inside the car. And word from race control is they will be stopped.
I saw the 12 car of Kerry Earnhardt, I think, was involved in that as well.
Yep. Pace car is going to stop the field in turn 3. We're going to go under the red flag with a little bit more than 6 laps to go. Well, we were on pace for a record average speed at one point.
Just some contact going down in the corner between Kerry Earnhardt and...
Yeah, 12 got the
Hermie Sadler
for a quarter panel of the 43 car.
And Kerry drove away. You saw Hermie there, moving around and taking off the helmet and all the rest. And everybody's parked in turn 3 and down the backstretch. Well, well, well. This time, we will get a single file restart.
Yes, we will.
I was starting to say before when we went to look at the replays, we were on pace for a record average speed for a 200-mile NASCAR Busch Series race at Rockingham. And then the cautions started flying. And we all know that cautions breed cautions.
Yes, we do.
Let's see if we can talk to Jeff Green and get his thoughts. Hey, Jeff Green, Benny Parsons, you got me?
You guys come with some other guys to stay to try to beat them, you know?
It's Butch Hilton, crew chief.
I got you, BP. Go ahead.
Okay, just a few laps to go. You going to be able to hold him off?
Well, I hope so. We got a great car. And guys did great on pit stops, and they made the right adjustments. His caution's the only thing that's going to beat us, I think, Benny. I think we're a little bit better than them guys, you know, as we get going, but they can run with us for a while. So, got my buddy back there. Hope they'll take care of me.
And your buddy would be Michael Waltrip, right?
Well, I got a lot of buddies, but yeah, I hope he's one of my buddies. We grew up, we've seen it all so far, so hopefully we can hold on here for RCR and Chevrolet and Rockwell.
If I remember correctly, Michael gave you your first break in the NASCAR Busch Series, didn't he?
Yeah, he gave me an opportunity, come work for him and race the car there at Bristol for him and Ronnie Silver. It's been all uphill since. Got a great opportunity for what I'm driving right now, so I'm pretty proud of it.
Thanks, but remember, try to beat him.
I'll do all I can do, buddy. You better believe it.
Jeff Green has had quite the season in this 21 car for the NASCAR Busch Series. Wow, look at this. Drivers leading the most laps have failed to win 3 of the last 4 Rockingham Busch Series races.
That's don't tell Jeff that.
No. We got that after BP got done talking with him.
But now, Benny, we watched at the start of the race. Didn't Jeff Green look like he was using first gear on restarts?
He just took off from those guys.
So
yeah.
that may play to his advantage if he brings them down slow.
Let's see. Let's try to talk to Michael. Michael Walter, Benny Parsons, you got me?
Yeah, BP, what's up?
You've been waiting for me to talk to you, haven't you?
Kind of beginning to feel slighted a little bit.
Well, okay, buddy. Here it is. A few laps to go. Got anything for him?
Yeah, I believe I do. We made adjustment there that really helped it. I think I'm a little bit quicker than he is, so just have to get around him. Takes me back to my days at Kentucky Motor Speedway when me and him used to race real hard for wins. I think I remember him moving me out of the way a couple times.
Uh-huh. So now it's payback time, right?
Well, Rubbin's racing, as they say. The Aaron's Dream Machine has run really well all day long. Real proud of Bobby Kennedy, especially Richie Gilmore, man, guys with the engine. Everybody's done a nice job for our Sherrilton Ford posse. And this is fun, Benny, all you want is a chance to win, and we got one here. We'll see what happens.
And it's great to see 2 friends trying to battle it out for the victory. Looking forward to it, Michael.
Michael Waltrip in second place, trying to go for the win. You know, earlier we showed you that Wally's going to go racing next Saturday in the Busch Series event at Phoenix. Mikey will be taking your seat in the booth.
Oh.
So Michael Waltrip joining BP and I upstairs here next Saturday with NASCAR Busch Series racing from Phoenix. Going to be a pretty good day in the championship for the 60 team. Marty is with the crew chief of that car.
And it's been a good day so far for Greg Biffle and Randy Goss. The car was very good early. Seems like it's fallen off just a little bit here in the last little bit, the race. Why?
Well, that's what he was just saying after the second set of stops. He said, man, you guys, whatever you did on the changing the tires was worse. And we said, well, we didn't change anything. But the Granger guys have done a great job in the pits today. I was really proud of the job they've done. And the way that Greg's been driving today has just been awesome. I've been nervous all day that we're going to have a day like Jason's having. And if we can go 3 more laps, there's no way he can beat us today. So I feel bad for them guys, but we're racing for the championship.
Good point. This could have been nail in the coffin day. Up 205 right now. Has he been aware of Jason's problems today?
Yeah, he's aware of them, and you've seen him when he got a lap down. And we did that in the spring. We got a lap down, but everything fell right for us, so we got our lap back and ended up second. But been a little bit nervous today, but just proud of the Granger guys. The job they've done all year, actually. Working on the car. Nothing's ever fell off our race car. It's just been a great job by them guys.
Again, if it finishes just like this, the lead will be 205. A huge step today for Greg Biffle. Dave?
And Marty, this Jason is Jason Ratcliffe, crew chief for Jamie McMurray. Hey, your car was great, like on the first few laps, pulling away. Then what happened?
Well, we just were making some chassis adjustment and a lot of air pressure adjustment. We've just been too tight in the center all day. And that air pressure works for a few laps, and then it fades off. But Jamie's just doing an awesome job, and these guys have been doing a great job in the pits, kept us up in the top 5 all day. And we might have something for them here at the end. We made some.
Where are you in your sequence now? Is it really good right now, or is it not quite there?
Well, we made some more adjustments right there, and so far it's not enough. We're still just a little too tight. But if we could ever get going here and run more than about 3 laps at a time, we might be all right.
All right, now Jason Ratcliffe wants more. His Victory Lane visit last week was his first one in 3 years. The last time he'd been to Victory Lane with a driver was Casey Atwood at Dover back in '99. Alan?
Getting set to roll the cars from where they are parked on the back straightaway. They're going to come by the pit road opening. It will be closed the first time. And the next time they come by, pit road will be open, and they'll get the 1 to go signal, which means we'll have 4 laps to the finish of this one. 8 cars on the lead lap. They'll line up single file at the head end of the field. No traffic in the way, and they'll be able to scrap at it for the win.
Yep. I think Michael's going to have to go upstairs to try to get around that 21 car.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Remember the end of last year's race here?
No.
I do.
Well, we're going to show it to you.
Okay.
Jeff Green was involved in this one, too.
Okay. That's Jeff Green, the 10 car.
Yep. And it didn't go
too well.
Came up a little shy on fuel, I believe. Kind of hiccuped on him when he went to go for the gas at the finish.
And
Harold Holley couldn't believe it.
Harold Holley just about died.
That was just what Jeff wanted to see, huh? Well, he wouldn't have seen it in the race car, would he?
He doesn't know all about that. But
okay,
fuel is not a problem today.
All right, they've fired up the cars.
I think the restart, how good the 2 front cars get going is going to be the most important thing right now.
Not unheard of for the 3rd place guy to end up winning one of these.
No, that's true too. But Michael's going to be on his toes for sure on this restart.
And just remember that under NASCAR rules, you can't pass to the inside. So Michael can't lay back, get a run, and dive under the 21 car before they get to the start-finish line.
While they get fired up, we've talked to the crew chiefs of the top 4 cars. What about 5th place David Green's team?
It's been a great day for David Green's team and Lance McGrew's crew chief. It's been a good day, but can you pick off a few positions here in the end and get your best finish of the year?
Well, I wouldn't count us out. You never can tell. The checker flag is not going to fall for a few more laps, and we may pull out a few more.
David said that a win today would really do a lot for his career, I'm sure for this team too. What's the future of this team? Has he done a good job of solidifying possibly getting this job next year?
Oh, well, that's not my decision, but I hope so. I really enjoy working with David. It's great to have a veteran that give me the kind of feedback that it takes to be competitive, and it shows that this team has really come around, and we've run where the GMAC Chevrolet is supposed to run the last 4 weeks, and it's been fun.
And remember, the one thing that will hurt David Green is kind of in between gears on restarts, has to restart in second, would rather do it in first, but has not been getting good restarts today.
Person that's going to make that decision's last name's going to begin with H.
Yes. And end in K.
Yeah.
Like Rick Hendrick. Okay, that's what they're all chasing. The trophy plus a little money.
I'm told that people in our booth here monitoring Jeff Green's radio said he just said something as they rolled off, said, "Did something like this happen to me last year?" Don't be thinking that, Jeff.
It was fuel. It was gasoline. You've got plenty.
All right. 1 to go when they come back. Pit road will be open. Anybody going to stop? Any of these guys, 6th, 7th, 8th?
I think I would. Shane Neal, why not?
They have tires left.
Stacey Compton?
How many times did they stop under caution today?
They may not have any tires.
2 times under caution. They've got a set of tires left.
Set.
Yep.
Got nothing to lose, especially if you're the last car on the lead lap.
Anybody from Biffle on back, I'd do it. If I was David Green, I'd come in and get tires.
Randy?
You just got to make it a quick stop and hustle back up and get your spot in line. Stacey Compton.
Thinking about Shane Mills coming.
Shane Mills is going to go.
Do it, guys. Get down pit road. Get those tires. Get caught up quick.
Speed. Take 2 if you have to.
Anything will help, right?
Yep.
Because remember, this 47 car has been good. And the worst that he can start, if he can get back in place, would be in the 8th position, Dave.
And here comes Shane Meal. What a great gamble to take. In fact, leader Jeff Green and crew chief Butch Hilton were talking about it, and he said, yep, you called that one. 47 cars coming down pit road. And remember we talked about the young guy early in the race, maybe being too aggressive with his fresh tires? Well, he can use them up now. Taking their time, making sure everything is tight, sending him back off pit road.
He needs to hurry because he's got to be in place by turn 3.
Yeah, there's only one problem with that, is they gave him the 1 to go as the same time they opened pit road. So, yeah, they're not going to, he's going to end up getting the black flag if he runs all the way up inside from there.
Yeah, because you can't.
Stay right there, Shooter, right there.
Okay. They're putting him in line. And And he'll have to pass all those cars on the older tires. Now we'll see if it works out. All right, green flag. Good jump for Jeff Green.
That's man, what a terrific. Here comes McMurray trying to get on the inside of Michael.
Like I said, Jeff's been doing that all day long, so that may have been enough.
Michael charging down the backstretch, trying to close back in.
Now, Michael made a lot of ground up getting in the free there.
3 laps to go.
Catching and passing, two different things, Benny.
Especially if they're running in the same spot. And that last lap, they were both right down on that white line.
Closing, closing, closing.
And Michael is faster, but can he get by? He's looking on the inside, but Jeff Green comes down.
The nudge. Does he move him out of the way? 2 to go when they come back.
Jeff cannot let him get underneath. Because if Michael does get a nose under there, he'll be gone.
Waltrip pressuring Jeff Green. McMurray there in case either one of them slip. Biffle not far behind. White flag when they come back. Waltrip looking to the inside. Got the fender to the inside of Jeff Green. Oh, contact. Waltrip hits Green. Here comes McMurray through. White flag is up. No caution yet. One more lap. McMurray could make it back-to-back wins. Would you believe?
Yes, Cam. I know Michael's not believing that.
Talk about when things are all going your way for Jamie McMurray. Picks up a Winston Cup ride, gets his first Winston Cup win, gets his first Busch Series win. Now he's going to get another victory. Off of turn number 4 to the checkered flag, Jamie McMurray with back-to-back victories.
Oh, if I feel bad for Jeff Green.
Oh, man.
That's just, I mean.
And Michael Waltrip, I mean.
Little congratulatory bump there, I think.
Certainly didn't mean to do that. I mean, obviously. But
Just burn out right here. I don't believe it.
Well, we know drama.
we do know drama.
Can you believe? Coming to 2 laps to go. How about that, Marty?
Wow, that's exactly right, Jason Ratcliffe. I tell you what, when luck is on your side, it's on your side, buddy.
Man, I tell you what, I was speechless last week. I'm really speechless now, but man, it's just an honor for me to work with a great group of guys like this, and you surround yourself with great people, and great things happen to you, and we're just reaping what we sow, you know. And praise the Lord. I mean, He's just blessed us so much, and it's awesome.
I think the thing that's getting lost is you've had a good car to be in that position the last 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to be there. I mean, everybody said, you won it on fuel mileage. Well, I mean, you got to be there to win it on fuel mileage. I mean, it's strategy. We were there today. They screwed up, and we took advantage of it.
There you go, and sometimes that's the bottom line.
It doesn't matter how you win them.
No, who cares?
Can you believe? Michael Waltrip with the nose inside of Jeff Green.
And they made contact, getting down in the corner. Just as they both entered the corner, they made contact, which got Michael Waltrip sideways when he tried to avoid hitting the 21. About right there, looks like they make the contact. See the smoke? That sends the 21 car up the hill. Michael turns to get under the 21, gets his car sideways. When he corrects it, he's up inside the 21.
Opinion here. Michael's left side tires are right on the line. He was clearly inside of Jeff, but he was all the way at the bottom. Jeff was trying to crowd Michael, which is perfectly within reason for him to do.
I mean, he's trying to keep Michael down as much as he can.
They were just racing to win.
What did Michael say? Kentucky Speedway? I'm sure that's on board with Michael Waltrip.
There was that.
Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can't get any luckier than that, I guess. What a streak he's on, winning the Busch event.
Wow. It was that second catch he couldn't make. He caught the first one right here.
Yeah.
Then boom.
I guess life is good for that young man.
How about this? Jeff Green led 133 laps. Michael Waltrip 60. Greg Biffle 2. Jamie McMurray 2. But he's in victory lane with Matt Yoakum.
And Gatorade and Busch
beer flying everywhere. Do you believe the last 3 weeks, a third, a first, and a first?
It's been like 2 months. It's amazing, and I just, no, I don't believe it. You know, I told him, I said, we're pretty good on short runs, but I said we don't have anything for these two guys in front of us, and Jason kind of said something about, he said, you know, maybe you'll be sitting in the right seat if they get antsy, and I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Same thing as like Atlanta when we were there.
What did you see?
Well, the 99 just got underneath the 21. They're just racing, last lap, and just got it sideways. I couldn't believe it. I made it by. Just incredible. Just, man, thank you, Williams Travel Centers, and everybody. Oh, here's Cielo. Oh, and Chevrolet, once again, thank you. I don't want to forget that, but I don't believe it. I mean, just, well, I got to show you this, because I showed it yesterday. This is my lucky coin. I'm telling you, this, they gave this to me yesterday. We really didn't have that good a car in the cup, and I put it in my pocket and had some luck, and definitely going to keep it in there. Oh, amazing.
I'll tell you something. Guard that thing with your life. To Marty Snyder.
Well, Matt, Jeff Green getting ready to go back and change. What happened, Jeff?
Mike got a run-up off me off, too, and I was going to race him through the outside there. I was going to give it, I gave it to him. He says I've come down on him. I believe all of us have to watch that. I think I gave him plenty of room. I wasn't going to give him the whole track because I want to win as bad as he did, but I thought he was smarter than that. He says I wrecked him, so we'll just have to watch. Maybe I did, but I felt like I gave him plenty of room to run around the apron, and I was going to be on the outside of him digging. We was going to the white flag. What else, So I can't give it up. And had a great car, and them damn cautions always screw me for some reason. Sat there last year, the same spot, and run out of gas because of that. But great day. Rockwell and RCR, they give me a great opportunity. I'm just tickled to death to be driving that race car, and going to miss it next year.
Did have a conversation, and they did have a little bit of a disagreement as well. Dave?
A lot of smiles down here, Marty. I don't know if it's because you had such a great car early on or because you picked up so much of the pace on the championship, Greg. Which is it?
Well, clinching the championship here for us this race was pretty awesome.
Well, I don't know if that's official yet. Is that official?
That's not official, but, 212 points, all we need is 106 per race, and that's pretty easy to do. But official has to be 180 with one to go. But we're excited about it. That did it for us, and, we had a little bit better car than McMurray right there at the end, and we were going to get him, I'm pretty sure, but... then that big wreck happened down there, and I had to get on the apron to miss it, and I lost a bunch of ground and certainly couldn't catch him in one lap. But, the Granger Ford ran really good today, and I don't know what happened. I lost the handle, started getting tight there toward the end of the race, and Hornet got me up out of the groove and let those two guys by me. Otherwise, maybe I'd have been in Victory Lane, or maybe I'd have been wrecked down there. But who knows? Just a good day for us. So awesome job in the pits. The guys just did a fantastic job. I'm excited for Granger and everybody back home. It's been a good season for us, and we're excited.
And they end on a really high note at Rockingham. Here he equals his best finish here, a second. Alan?
Greg Biffle could clinch the championship next weekend at Phoenix, but not today.
What does he have to do?
He has to lead by 185 at the end of the day at Phoenix to not have to run Homestead at all.
Got it.
Jamie McMurray with his second straight win. Unbelievable. Led one lap last week, 2 laps this week, and got 2 victories.
Hey, sometimes it's just easy, and sometimes it's very, very hard.
Jason Keller, disappointing day. Had the late vibration, caused the extra pit stop. Trapped him well back in the field at the checkered flag 27 spot.
As easy as that victory was for Jamie McMurray, just think how difficult for the Jeff Green, Michael Waltrip. Man.
Trying to get a word with Michael Waltrip before we leave the air, but we're past the scheduled off-air time for us, but we'll hang in here for a second and see if we're able to come up with Michael.
Or you can talk a lot to him next week.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of folks would like to hear what he has to say right now. I'm sure he's very disappointed.
Hey, you had 2 guys going for the win. I mean, it's tough to point the blame on anybody there.
McMurray wins, and tomorrow, who knows, more of the same. NASCAR Winston Cup Racing at Rockingham on TNT. 12 noon Eastern time, starting with Discover Card Countdown to Green. All right, Marty.
Well, we found Michael Waltrip. Your take on what happened, Michael?
Just ran out of room. I got up beside him, and he just cut in real low into 3 and tried to squeeze me down. And, it's coming to the white, and I got a right to a little bit of track, and he didn't give me enough to get my car through there. He'd cut me off the lap before, which is cool. You don't run over a guy. I drove all the way up beside him without touching him, and then he cut me off. So if that's how he wants to race, then he's the one that has to live with it, not me.
All right, there you go. 2 old friends. I'm sure time will heal this wound as well. Alan?
Well, old friends having some hard feelings today. They raced hard for the win, but they wound up sideways, and believe it or not, Jamie McMurray pulled off another upset win. Tomorrow, noon Eastern Time, Winston Cup Racing from the Rock on TNT. We'll see you then. Jamie McMurray has won the Sam's Club 200.